even though he has some issues earlier on into the game now with the different nether toxin from what it used to be. But in terms of picking Viper, I'm not sure it actually does a whole hell of a lot. He could still die to these heroes, and
he does not like Chen creeps, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So if it is the Leshrac mid against the Viper, he's extremely vulnerable to getting ganked by Chen, which could be very problematic because there's going to be so much lane pressure from in every lane that they have to deal with, right?
Yeah.
It's they're set up for a pretty good game on the Execration, but Viper, I like the approach. They're trying to find something that can actually fight, but I think this is a pick that could get abused.
Yeah, I agree. And they also, the good news is Execration, well, they already have the Leshrac, and they're probably going to pick a Nando hero, so this will probably be Leshrac versus Viper, which I think Viper probably enjoys because of how tanky he is. But Underlord is good. It gives you some AoE, some team fight. Deusa comes out for Execration. Now, the question is where are they going to land these heroes? Probably Deusa safe lane for Nando, I would assume. Or Carl's going to play it, and then they're going to do a safe lane Leshrac, which is really interesting, actually.
Okay, Medusa.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so this is your win condition, right? You can knock down these early tires, but you still always have that late game security. And when you look at these heroes don't do anything to Medusa. Lifestealer can't even hit Medusa because the Stone Gaze Rage doesn't protect you at all. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, even this Viper
it's just
might have some trouble.
It's just about actually making the lane phase work out.
Is this going to be Deusa versus Viper? That matchup seems like Viper usually has a pretty good time, but against Medusa, she does a lot of physical damage, actually, and can kind of hurt the Viper, I suppose.
10 seconds remaining.
Although they could send Nando mid, to be fair, but yeah, I don't really see the Deusa versus Viper matchup that often, so I'm not sure actually how it goes, to be honest.
It's a Viper's damage is pretty low, but when Viper hits like 4 or 5, Viper becomes very strong in lane. I don't know, because the Chen factor, this is the X factor, right? He can come anywhere and then tip the scales of a relatively even lane or even a lane advantage of Exit Woundz and just completely steamroll it.
Yeah, that's
it's hard to say.
By the way, have you seen this Chen set that Lumic has?
No, it looks badass with 2 Z's.
He's riding a dog, or I think that's a dog, not like a dog mask. That's pretty. I'm gonna check this out because he does look badass. Riding a freaking wolf. It's pretty insane, actually. All right, where are you, Chen? Let's go into showcase. He actually is riding a wolf. That's actually the sickest thing ever. What is this mount? Pilgrim. Part of the prospect of the progenitor's gaze. I don't know what this is from, but boy, do I want it. I actually don't even play Chen. I literally just don't play this hero. I'm not sure why I want it so bad.
It looks so cool.
It does.
Excuse me, it looks so cool.
It looks sick. Anyway, we'll see how the lane's set up. Lumic actually went for the Blightstone, and he's going to head top for now. Do they want to switch up this matchup? Do they want to send the Lifestealer bottom? It looks like they're not going to yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they rotate, depending on the vision that they get. They see that the Leshrac is bottom. I don't know. Maybe they'll switch things up. Maybe they'll just keep things the way they are for Exit Woundz. Although, Nando's going to walk around the corner. He needs to be careful here. SBB, Split Earth coming out, but now Nando's going to get voided. And this is a pretty squishy here. They're going to try to body block him. They do have a Sand King. They're going to stun. Split Earth is back in 2 seconds. Maybe they can actually kill SBB, but here comes the Witch Doctor. Grims has his burrow back in 3. And they're looking with the cast to get the kill, and they should find it. So instead of Execration getting first blood, it's going to be Cat that secures it. So already a good start for this Exit Woundz team, and they really needed it, honestly. And that's going to be pretty helpful for them.
Yep, agreed. They desperately need to make sure they get off to a very fast lane phase. So Nano, safe lane, Leshrac, as you said, Mon. So you don't want Medusa in your safe lane, just because this hero does not really lane well. She wants a lot of levels. Once she has levels, then she can just push out the wave, ignore whoever's in the mid lane, and then hit the jungle. It's very easy, but putting the Medusa in the mid lane means that you don't have that same lane pressure, right? Like Medusa Chen, not the highest kill pressure, but Leshrac with Chen, you can kill any hero.
Yeah, and you had the Sand King on top of that as well. It's going to be a bit dangerous. The Chen will start top, as previously mentioned. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a kill. They can harass this Lifestealer pretty easily. Like, the Lifestealer is top alone. The support Witch Doctor is actually going to kill this courier.
Sniping the courier, very nice.
Yep. Well played. They already given him the well played even before he got the courier. 125 gold all around. Nicely done. A very big kill because that stops the Medusa from getting any further regen, although she does have a salve, so she should be fine, to be honest. Still pretty big play there from Exit Woundz to start off this game. Oh, Cat bottom. They have Burrow back in 3. Split Earth as well. Void comes out. Maybe that keeps him alive. It actually is going to. Nando slowed up so he can't chase down this Night Stalker down bottom. But they have rotated the Witch Doctor back top. Uwe, though, is already having a great time. Curse of Avernus against this Lifestealer, and he is getting slapped, man, let me tell you.
This is not an easy lane for Lifestealer, especially with the start that Abaddon was given. Doesn't get much easier, honestly. Chen's going to come back with the creep, and then it's just a complete nightmare.
Yeah, and Chen can just jungle for a while. He actually got the Hellbear, which is a pretty good creep to have level 1. I mean, in terms of Chen creeps, what do you think is the best early level creep, like level 1 creep? Is it the Hellbear?
Definitely the Shockwave one is better,
Oh,
but
okay,
the Hellbear is probably the next best one.
Yeah, it's nice to have the slow, but it's hard to kind of hit because he's pretty slow as a creep. And the Shockwave gives you, like, HP regen, which is nice, too. The Static Tormentor. And then also the Shockwave is a very spammable ability to begin with, so it's pretty nice. But, yeah. This Hellbear Smasher is super low HP. Lumic is just going to jungle aggressively. Oh, my God. He actually found double Satyr camps. That's so huge.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And then he's got another Hellbear.
Yep. Now the Viper almost dead. Carl doing a lot of damage to Kumi. Kumi's forced to salve. He was sitting at about 100, less than that actually, 50 HP, something like that. He's able to salve up. He's out of mana now, but clearly getting auto-attacked down by the Deuce. But they are still pretty close in terms of CS. It's pretty surprising, actually.
What happened, though? The Viper has no mana. I guess he got snaked multiple times, but he's got a Mango. No mana Viper is a very sad Viper.
Yep, you'd like to hit your Q button. I mean, that's all you really need the mana for, but if you can't hit your Q button, you become pretty much half the hero that you should be, to be honest.
Yep, and you're just a glorified range creep.
Yeah, that's true. You have corrosive skin. That's literally all he has to work with. You know, at least with the old Nether Toxin, if you didn't have mana, you could still kind of do a little bit more damage as the hero got a little bit less HP. That's gone.
Yep, you can still last hit.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't happen anymore with Viper, which is why I kind of like that old ability to be able to just dominate a lane that way. Obviously, you could dominate the lane in a different way if you have mana. You could do if you can get off the poison attack damage. But now we're getting Mystic Snake like this super constantly.
Yep, so where's Chen going to make his first move? He's hovering around mid, but there is a ward that is going to scout his movement. And Medusa can't really set this up, so I imagine nothing's going to happen here. Yep, just strolling on by.
Giving him the drive-by. He's thinking about diving. Give him the Shockwave. I mean, that is some damage taken. He uses the Fairy Fire. He didn't even need to, I don't think. He's going to have to send another set of regen out, which I think he's already doing. He is buying so much regen, dude. Look how much regen he just bought.
Ridiculous.
That's probably not good, right?
Well, it's better than going back to base, but it is still a lot of gold wasted.
Yeah.
Well, not wasted, used.
Wasted's probably fine, too, when you think about it. He's not really getting anything out of the regen other than just the experience that he gets from staying in lane. Because he's not CSing, at least not for now. He's up to...
Look at this Chen creep mid. It's just sitting next to Carl and leaning with him.
Yeah, I would do that too. I would also... Okay, all right. Well, I've been juked by you again. Excellent. Carl is maybe dead, although as Cat gets nighttime. Yep, this is a very big kill. So that's all you need to do is just get nighttime, have your Night Stalker come mid, and proceed to get the kill on the Dusa. Very big. So, and now they're going to find Chen. They couldn't get the cast off in time. That's they've had a ward, but he actually, I think, got behind the vision somehow.
Yep, he fogged him.
That's pretty insane. Well, anyway, First Blood was taken bottom for Nando, so he's already pretty farmed. He's going to go Arcane Boots. I don't know where the Sand King TP'd in mid, I think. He couldn't do anything, though, but Dusa does die, so pretty good stuff for Exit Woundz.
Yep, Exit Woundz again, off to a very nice start.
Like, the Abaddon, he's just come... I think he's just been pulling the wave, or at least attempting to. You know? He's the same level as the Lifestealer, but... CS-wise, he's a little behind. Nando's dead to Cat. Maybe? Yep, he is.
Yep, didn't make it to the shrine.
Nighttime, dude. Night Stalker. Super strong. Even with only level 1 on the Hunter in the night, he's able to kill that Leshrac. Although, to be fair, Leshrac is one of the squishiest heroes in the game, so...
Yep, but still, it is a support that can kill these core heroes. Very strong at this stage of the game. So, you know, when you pick Chen, it's all up to his early movements, right? And so far, we haven't seen
oh
much
my god, the
impact
Centaur Conqueror train, it's coming! Boom, boom, boom! And he's dead. I got really excited there, sorry. When I see 2 Centaur Conquerors, I get really excited. Anyways, continue. Brax.
What's up, Mont?
I'm sorry, I really wanted to see the double Centaur Conqueror stomp and happen.
That's It's okay.
It's the little things that always get me excited in Dota. Plus, he got the siege creep,
Yep.
too. Not that it's going to matter, I don't think. Yeah, it definitely did not matter. Oh, well.
But yeah, I was just trying to say it all comes down to Chen's movements, and he finally makes a move. Grimm's getting beat down by the low damage Night Stalker.
Oh,
He's
nice.
gonna fly up.
Oh, Hunter in the Night is actually just an insane ability, honestly. You just fly. It gives Night Stalker such a better hero with that ability now, just being able to fly around. Only for a second, but still. Nando's dead. He misses the Split Earth. Maybe not. Good Burrow Strike. Grimm somehow got back. Penitence will come in, but, oh, he fogged the Void. Lightning Storm, Sandstorm, Cat's dead. Can they find SBB as well? They have another Centaur Conqueror. Burrow Strike is up. They're going to use it. Nando has no mana left, but he will use a Mango. Lightning Storm comes in. They're all super low. Nando might die, although there's no Firestorm, so he's just going to kite him. There's nothing he can do. He'll drop the Firestorm. Oh, my God, he was actually so close to getting it. That's insane.
Look at Zing trying to snipe him from the back.
Oh, my God.
He sees
What's
him.
he doing here? Cast comes in. Is it going to bounce? It's not going to bounce back. And they get a double kill for Chemo for Lumic, who now has a medallion and 1,000 gold.
My
Sing,
goodness.
It was a good effort, buddy, but man, that sucks. You want to do some. Well, Brax, again, Exit Wounds have a pretty good start to the laning phase, and then they proceed to lose a couple of heroes just because Execration can fight really well. And they're just getting a lot of farm elsewhere. Uwe is getting up there. Obviously, he's not quite at the Lifestealers levels or farm, but he's doing fine. And, of course, the Medusa is ahead of the Viper by about 700 net worth. So Execration are pretty happy with how the last few minutes have gone, rather. Now what? They do have some decent wards, though, for Exit Wounds. They actually can see where the Chen is, which is really important.
Yep, it's a big deal. This man has no boots, so his movements are very slow and telegraphed when you have that ward.
Yeah. And they immediately back up. Good call from SBB, who is working on his arcane boots. They're going to find Uwe in the jungle. They get some really deep vision. Exit Wounds have great vision, actually. But, I don't know. I don't know. Does this Lifestealer end up going Radiance? Does he go for Armlet? What do you buy on this hero in this game? It almost feels like you need Radiance to actually be able to fight against some of these heroes, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing about this right-click build is against Medusa, you're not going to get very many right-clicks off in team fights at all.
Yeah.
So you're just going to get kited. The Radiance build looks better, but that means you have this extremely long downtime.
Yep.
I mean, his item build-up looks like it is for the Radiance. He has Treads Aquila. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance he goes for the Radiance, especially if he continues to get farm. They could try to gank him potentially, but meanwhile, Grimm's might get killed mid. Nope, they don't have detection, so he's just going to Sandstorm and take the mid lane. Meanwhile, the Medusa farms the triangle camp. They're going to try to bring down Uwe with open wounds, but Borrowed Time has been popped. Key instead will just continue to CS, so he's having a great time. But I think we'll slow things down for a bit, right? I mean, they could try pushing with the Chen. He does have the double Centaur Conqueror. They're going to go on Uwe again. They thought about it at least, but he aphotic shield and got back to his tower. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, don't you have to push the pace of the game if your Exit Wounds because of this Medusa? You can't just let her farm, right? I mean, you got to do something at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the backup, right? This Medusa is always just farming the jungle. Even with these deep wards during the daytime, they can't actually do anything.
Like, when nighttime comes up, yeah, they can try to find kills, but so far, killing the Medusa, they've only done it once earlier in the laning phase. She's still farming well. She's about to have a Mask of Madness. They're going to smoke. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. Smoke coming out, you know, between Xing as well as the Night Stalker. Cat is going to look for Uwe. He's got Borrowed Time in 3, though, so this is not a man fight that Cat can win. It's not yet. The cask will come out, but it's just a stun, and now with that stun gone, he just TPs. Void wouldn't have done anything because of the change to Daytime Void, which means the mini stun is now gone. Otherwise, that could have been a tricky play for the Abaddon, so he gets out. And the smoke was wasted, essentially, for Exit Wounds. I mean, they got a bounty rune or two, but that's it. That's all they got at that point, so. All right. I actually, like, this Leshrac is going to get big, too. This Leshrac actually has the most net worth in the game. He's going to just start fighting. He's actually going to have Edict really early, which means they can push. Cat's going to be found. Burrow Strike. The Centaur Conqueror train will strike again.
My goodness.
Oh, it's great. It's the best thing ever, actually.
Well, it is very hard to push in the Underlord, at least.
That's true. But
like with no points in Edict too, this push is extremely slow.
Yeah, but once he gets that, I think, do you go for Edict next level instead of getting... Oh, no, never mind. He went for the max level of Split Earth.
Usually what you see is you see 2 points in Split Earth and then Edict, because that kind of lines up with the natural timing of when you want to hit these towers.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen here. But yeah, look at how... This is a pushing lineup with Chen, and it takes forever to knock down these towers.
It gets a lot easier with Edict, to be fair. Like, but until then, you're right. It's going to be a little tricky. Cask onto the siege creep. They'll probably be able to deny this tower. Nando's a little too far up, actually. They've got the Pit of Malice. Cat does have Hunter in the night, but it's not nighttime, and it won't be for another 30 seconds. So he actually... And again, Nando is on a Leshrac, which is a very speedy hero. He's going to be able to hoof it out of there. No pun intended.
Nice, nice.
Thanks. I have redeemed myself after the earlier issue during the draft.
Good.
I'm proud of myself, Brax.
So Lifestealer is going for the Radiance, and when he has this lump sum of this, like when he has like 2,000 gold, right? He does not want to fight ever. He's gonna run away from everyone, hit the jungle, leave from any pressure at all. This is the time to actually make a move towards your Abaddon.
Oh. Nando? Okay, he's making dead. Hand of God keeps him alive for a moment. Aphotic Shield actually does keep him alive, but he's probably going to tick to Maledict.
Well, there's the heal, too. I think he's good.
Yeah, they actually got another Aphotic off. That was insane. I should have hyped that up way more because that was a pretty sick play, actually. Uwe came in at the perfect time. I cannot believe Nando survived. They're going to send it back. No, don't walk into the firestorm. What are you doing? Nando. I was just singing your praises.
Oh, no.
You can't do that, buddy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but he could have survived there. I'm just going to... It's fine. Meantime, they're going to have Viper diving in onto Carl. Carl will deny the tower. He'll attempt to TP and be successful at it. It's the issue. Any other hero there, Kumi probably kills him. Well, not any other hero, but most other heroes. But with Mana Shield, the Medusa can just TP out right in front of him, and he won't die.
Yep, very nice play. Denying the tower. Denies on these towers are so, so important. You get absolutely nothing for your efforts except map control.
Yep.
But it makes you feel bad, and that's important.
Yeah, it's the psychological factor. It's the most important part of it. Especially when you're down 0-1 in the series with Exit Wounds and the way they lost Game 1 as well.
Exactly.
Asserting
it's kind of a
dominance.
repeat so far, right? The gold has swung in Execration's favor even after Exit Wounds had a fantastic early game.
It's
I guess
not as bad because the gyrocopter's not like 6k ahead. They don't have a gyrocopter to begin with. Although, at some point, this Medusa will become as farmed as the gyrocopter was in Game 1, I would assume. So, you're right. It's pretty similar. They're going to try to take down Uwe with Kumi, who is, by the way, building a Helm of the Dominator, a pretty standard build for Viper. They have slowed him up. He's going to pop borrowed time. Do they have Viper Strike? They do. I'm surprised they didn't dive that. I guess they don't want to dive the tower against an Abaddon. It seems pretty tricky. Yeah,
he could have also just TP'd out after the Void, so should be safe. But he actually might die here.
Yeah, they're still chasing. They have used the Void. He is going to TP home. Smart play. That's an issue. They don't have any disables other than Void and Witch Doctor stun. That's it.
But this Helm of the Dominator pickup is very, very nice from Exit Wounds. It actually gives them a way to pressure towers. Just the creep and the attack speed. Oh, wait. They don't. What am I talking about?
What?
Am I an idiot?
What are you talking about?
I looked at the hood on... okay, just kidding.
They have a Viper. Yeah.
Wiping the sweat off my forehead there real quick.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Speaking of denies, they did deny mid, and now here comes Kumi. He's not going to get that DD. Limic's going to grab it and try to TP home. He actually will be safe. Yet another problem that Exit Wounds have currently experienced as I continue to talk about it. There's just really no disables. Nando getting run up by Key, but here comes Uwe. Key is still very tanky. Obviously, as Rage, killing this hero is going to be tricky. He'll, I think, try to man fight. He's probably back up. They're going to dive him. He can TP. I'm surprised he's not TPing with his Rage. Now we'll do it. Okay, that's fine. And all the meanwhile, Brax, look who's starting to creep up in the net worth list and is at the top at this point in the game.
Oh my, Medusa.
Yeah.
Who would have expected this?
Shocking revelation, to be honest. I, for one, was not expecting Medusa to get this big.
Well, you should have been.
Yeah, I'm lying.
I know.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know what you're supposed to do against this Medusa. Clearly, they didn't have an answer for it. They've been fighting everywhere else, but they have not been able to find the Medusa in the enemy jungle. Uwe's going to get run down by both Xing as well as Key. The borrow time is already gone. The cast bounces is pretty good, actually, but Key's going to need help. They have Cat rotating in. Watch him Void. He TP's out again. They can't even... try for it, which is really
You
sad.
can't even chase him. This is all space for Medusa, too. Medusa hasn't seen a hero for the past 10 minutes, Mon.
That's the exact thing she wants, too. Meanwhile, Lumik's man-fighting Kumi. He did penitence him and test of faith, did some damage, but here comes Uwe. Viper needs to... Oh, he has actually no TP. He's just probably dead. Although Uwe does... He's actually blocked in. He can't get through. Now he photics and gets his way there, but he has no borrowed time. All right, Kumi just got a free double kill.
Uh-oh. And all the Chen creeps to boot.
All right. That was not great.
Well, Witch Doctor said it best. He's feeling good.
You know, that's pretty great for Exit Woundz, but probably not the smartest play from Execration. Without borrowed time, it's tough for you as an Abaddon to be able to fight that Viper. You know?
Yeah, not the highest damage hero.
No, not quite. So maybe consider borrowed time next time. Good effort, though.
Borrowed time next time.
Nice.
Bit of a blunder, but Sand King gonna pick his Blink Dagger pretty soon. Lifestealer has the relic. Oh, he might actually. No, that's not enough to kill him.
They can't. They do have Split Earth, but double stun between these two
is
heroes
bait
is not
mon.
enough damage. Time to run. Hunter in the Night available for Cat. He might use it. This is like the perfect place to use it. Is over the tree line. I'm surprised he didn't actually use the ability. I've seen that so many times in pro games where he like Hunters in the Nights right here, just trying to find a kill on somebody.
Right, someone in the trees. Oh, they actually see this time.
Pit of Malice comes in. Here comes the Rage. As the Burrow Strike comes out, which does hit onto 2. Hand of God. He pops the Pulse Nova. Yule Scepter will do some damage to Cat. He'll back himself up to safety, but Key continues to just Q him down and get the kill, and that's his Radiance. He now has enough money for it, and he's going to send it out here in just a moment once the courier gets back to the base. But the rest of the Radiant team are coming. Lumik's here. He's got a Midas. Great. Carl's here. He's got his full Hurricane Pike plus Mask Madness, but they do see him. Key about to try to run at him. Pit of Malice coming in, and that's going to be the Medusa ulti. And now you can definitely not fight into this. Key is probably going to die. He is certainly dead. So much damage coming in. You know, even if he had Rage, he would still probably die there. It's too much damage. I think he might have. Yeah, he didn't have it, so.
Man, the Snake steals so much mana with the talent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Steals 40%.
Lifestealer does not have a big mana pool either, which is kind of an issue. But
Well, at least Lifestealer, he got his Radiance before he died, so things aren't so bad. And Sand King, does he have his Blink? Yes, he does.
Medusa, she came top for that fight, used her ultimate, got a kill, TP bottom. Like, it's a perfect Medusa game, honestly. Because you just can't do anything against her. She's loving
She has
life.
Hurricane Pike. There is a severe lack of stuns, and Hurricane Pike pretty much keeps you safe against that. Working on the Mantis style next, you can remove the Silence, of course, and then dodge the Viper Strike. Looks good.
Jesus, this Witch Doctor's dead. Nando finally gets a kill as he's getting chased down with Pit of Malice. This would be a big kill if they can find it. He's got Yules. They silence him, but obviously can Yules that off. He's still dead anyway to the Nether Toxin. Or is he? The Urn will take him down, but the Burrow Strike was really nicely done from Grimm's. However, is he going to be able to get out? The answer almost certainly is yes, because they don't have any way to chase or disables, especially during daytime. They literally can't do anything. So...
Yep. The severe lack of catch. You know, you see Night Stalker, you think, all right, you know, they got pretty good ways to catch heroes, but there just are no reliable stuns against heroes like Sand King, who's already evasive, right? Then you have Abaddon as well. Leshrac runs at 400 plus movement speed. Good luck catching him.
Yeah.
And this is all just space for Medusa to keep on farming. She's getting into that territory. Once you level 20 on this hero, she becomes pretty much unkillable.
Yeah, the mana talent is insane. I don't know. Have you ever seen anybody go for the Stone Gaze duration talent?
No.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Not even in pubs. Man, can you imagine playing with a pub player that went that talent?
That would be so incredibly tilting. You know, you're sitting there making so much space for this guy to keep on farming, and then he gets the shit talent.
He gets the extra Stone Gaze duration, and it's just like, well, that's nice, but...
you know, maybe it's a good talent. Look at that Snake mana burn on Lifestealer.
Yeah,
all his mana's gone.
It's pretty insane. He's gonna. I think this Lifestealer is gonna struggle. Carl is a DD2. It's time to roach, baby. Like, this Radiance is. I know we talked about how Radiance was the item that he needs because he can't really fight anyways against the Medusa, but like, he needs so much more than that also. And him dying there is pretty awful. The Viper's not doing anything. He's like Helm the Dominator and Dragonlance, and Viper relies on being a hero that plays from ahead, which of course is not happening.
Roche is dying so fast.
Yep. They are gonna get there in time, I think. If only they had like Epicenter. You know, but we'll see.
Some way to actually fight.
They have Pit. Oh, they used him. Epicenter's going to get channeled. This could be huge. He actually is going to get it off. Nicely done. Not that much damage coming up. Like, I think they have a hood or a pipe on these heroes. Who got it? The Radiant did. Did they get the Aegis? Uwe snatches it or grabs it up, but Carl is in trouble. He's out of mana. They're going to bring him down. But now the Pulse Nova doing a lot of work for Nando. They're going to try to Dark Rift away, but Nando actually might die if he's not careful. The Urn comes out. They're going to have the kill with the Void. Now can they get Uwe? He's got borrowed time in an Aegis. He already used the Aegis, of course. Key's going to run back in. They can't fight this Lifestealer with Rage back up. He's going to work. The Pit of Malice is there, and Gribbs is on the run. Key's still chasing. Again, they don't have the best catch, but the Radiant Sperm will stop him from blinking. However, not for long. Uwe secures a double kill on the other side of the fight. But that turned out really well for Exit Woundz. The Lifestealer is now almost on par with that Deuce after that fight, Brax.
That was the best possible fight they could have asked for. The Epicenter was used on Underlord. This hero has 2,000 plus HP with the Hood of Defiance. He's not dying to that combo at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they pretty much unload on this hero. Medusa stuck in the pit trying to take the Aegis, and then she can't pick it up because of that Pit of Malice. Everything was disastrous.
Yeah, and that's a great fight for Exit Woundz. But you're right, the critical thing is Underlord getting jumped on by the Sand King. He takes no damage, and he's going to take even less now that he's got the pipe coming out for the rest of his team. Plus, he's almost at his Crimson Guard. He got a full pipe and Crimson Guard. Obviously, he was at the Hood before that, but still, that's a lot of gold going the way of the Underlord. And the Crimson Guard is critical against this lineup, especially against the Medusa.
Yep, agreed. I wonder if Abaddon's going to change his build because Chen could also go for the Solar Crest. He has 2,500 gold, hasn't bought it yet. Maybe he's buying it now.
Yeah, I
would be
surprised.
He could go for some big boy items, Mark.
Like what, Radiance, or what are you thinking?
Yeah. But I'd imagine if you're going to go Radiance, you wouldn't go for Drums and Medallion. Maybe he'll go Lotus Orb.
I like Lotus Orb. That could be good here.
Something nice to remove the Underlord route, open wounds. Night Stalker, slow and silence, of course.
Yep.
Pretty good against Viper because he won't want a Viper Strike. He might do it anyways, but then he Viper Strikes himself.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. You could always Hurricane Pike yourself around as the Viper. But yeah, he's not really the most mobile hero to begin with, so it's going to be annoying for sure. Did he buy it yet? He's still got 3,000. He actually has 3,000 gold, so he could easily buy Radiance if he wanted to.
Yep.
Which is, again, unusual considering he went Phase Drum Medallion, so...
It still works though, right? Even though it's going to be later than normal because they don't have any stuns to actually lock down this Abaddon.
Yeah. So, we'll see. I'll keep my eyes peeled as he gets the 60 missed coil heal damage instead of the 6 armor. Yep, he's going Radiance, as expected.
Excellent.
Nice, we did it, Brax. Figured it out.
Yep. Carl is 1 level from that. Level 20, there it is.
Please,
get the Stone Gaze duration.
Please don't get it. Okay, good. Carl knows what he's doing. So now he is unkillable. He also has Manta. I don't know if he's 100% unkillable, but it's really difficult to find him. They have smoked behind this Carl Medusa. He's playing very far up. They're going to TP in. Here comes Cat. They're going to lose Lumic immediately. Can they get anything else? Carl, good force to the high ground. Here comes Cat. He's going to chase, but Carl, he's so speedy. I don't think they can catch him.
They're just taking top, Mont.
Yeah, they're just pushing in. The Edict coming through. Stone Gaze comes out. They've got the Pit of Malice, but he TP's home, so that's pretty bad. They're going to not get anything other than that 1 kill in the Chen, and they almost lose their Tier 3 tower. The lack of catch is becoming a big issue right now, Brax.
Yep, it's showing big time, especially as heroes get tankier, right? That's to need a lot more to actually lock these heroes down. Are they actually building any items to help that? Lifesteal has Yasha going into AC, so not going to be helping that department. Viper going for Maelstrom, so just more damage.
I mean, what can they realistically buy on any of these? Like, you want a Hex, obviously, but who's going to be able to afford it, and who wants to build it to begin with? Like, you don't want to buy that on a Night Stalker, to be honest.
Yep. That's perhaps a late-game Underlord item, once he's tanky enough.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, maybe an Abyssal for Lifestealer, but he's not anywhere close. He just bought his SMY, so... Burrow Strike, they found the Underlord. Again, very tanky.
So tanky.
Xing needs to not be there against the split shot damage. But they will keep him alive. They still can fight for Exit Woundz. It's still a possibility, but it's very tricky now. And they might lose SBBE. The Infest comes out. Burrow Strike, nice initiation. Pulse Nova, but Nando's maybe dead. He does get off the Euls. There's the borrowed time of the Hand of God. And Nando, as squishy as he is, with that Hand of God, it's tough to bring him down. They're still trying to fight. Epicenter getting channeled. Nando gets sent back. That's huge. Pit of Malice coming in. Again, the chase becoming a big factor. Grims gets it off a nice double Burrow Strike against some of these heroes. Grims is now Sandstorm.
Medusa's not
They actually don't have any detection, and now Medusa is going to start running at this enemy team, and Exit Woundz are slowly losing their health pool. And yeah, Get Back is called, and it should have been called a little bit earlier, to be honest. Nando has a Bloodstone. He's back into the fray. He healed up and TP'd back in. He bought bots specifically to TP into that fight. And they get the big kill realistically onto the Lifestealer. He's down for 60 seconds, and that actually might be enough to take the Rack's top, I would say, after that fight.
Yep, they can just push the mid wave and go right to top. The tower is super, super low. Medusa's hitting like a kitten in these fights.
Yeah.
She does actually no damage at
doesn't
all,
do
but
any
they go on
damage.
for so long that they're still like... Sand King's getting off like 3 stuns in the fight, a million spells from Leshrac, Abaddon's clicking people to 35 times. They're still making it happen.
I mean, they're able to bring down SPB even with how tanky he is. Like, in that fight, they were able to get him low enough. He has to back up, and I don't know. They have no lockdown. They have no way of taking a fight. They have no way of disabling people. They had no detection against. They could have killed Grims on the Sand King had they had dust. They didn't obviously have it.
Yep.
So, I mean, everything that could go wrong pretty much did go wrong in that fight. They couldn't get Nando. Hand of God was used to keep him alive, and he actually bossed back in after he got sent home by Lumic, which, by the way, super low cooldown, so...
Yep. When you don't have a lot of damage and you can't actually burst these heroes, if you don't have the stuns, what happens when Chen sends back Leshrac and he heals himself? He's just gone.
Yep. Like, and he's going to buy BKB next, and then it becomes even more impossible to kill the hero. Yeah, I actually have no idea how you win a fight. I don't think I've ever seen a Witch Doctor Death Ward in this game either. Not that that's the biggest ability, considering it's level 1 at this point in the game, but still, it's just another thing to add to the list for Exit Wounds.
Yep. And it's an 8,000 gold lead for Execration with Medusa leading the charts. Once you get Scotty, I don't see how this hero ever dies.
Yeah, probably she won't. She'll get next Aegis, she'll get level 25, then she'll have the split shot modifier. Assumedly, I've seen the 7 split shot targets. I don't think it's as good when you have Scotty. You should probably get the split shot modifiers, to be honest.
Yep, usually when you have lifesteal and split shot, you lifesteal for a stupid amount.
Yeah.
And if you are playing against something like a PL where you might think, hey, split shot target looks pretty good, well, you take split shot, uses modifiers, and you buy Maelstrom.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's a good point. I had somebody that went split shot attack targets in one of my games recently. Not a very good Medusa game for him. Really bad, actually. It wasn't somebody I knew. It was a pub player, but we proceeded to gripe about the Medusa player that was in our game. The game went like 60 minutes, and she still didn't do any damage. It was kind of annoying.
Yep, well, Carl realizing that through the Crimson Guard, he actually doesn't deal very much damage at all.
Yes.
So he went for an MKB instead of Scotty. And he's already so tanky, he's probably not going to die anyway, so I like the brains on Carl to switch it up. Looked good.
Yeah, his itemization has been really intelligent this game.
We're just a bunch of Carl fanboys, Mod.
To be honest, I mean, that's fine because he's played insanely well in this tournament. Like, I have high expectations for Carl, whether on this team or another team, in the near future. So, you heard it here first, folks. We're gonna clip this on Twitch.
We discovered Carl.
Yeah, exactly. This is like when I cast Arteezy the first time in NEL and like IXDL and all that stuff when he first came around.
Yep.
Not
when
saying
Carl
that I invented
wins,
Arteezy, but you know, maybe I did.
No, don't be ridiculous. That's Bulba.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that.
He's the inventor.
He's the inventor of everything. You remember the 0440 Elder Titan build that he did in the offlane?
Yeah, he claims he was the first one to kill jungle creeps with Tinker back when you could march those ancients. That must have been it. No one's ever done that in the history of Dota.
Sam the inventor, to be honest. He's also just a good guy. Anyway, they're going to back up. They're going to send a hero home, I think. Or no, they brought a hero back. I guess not. Anyway, Ube's going to run into Kumi. He's going to get silenced. They can actually pop his borrowed time, but now what can they do? Kumi is getting owned. That MKB actually did a ton of damage.
He's dead.
See, that's the trade-off. Like, okay, we're missing damage in one fight. By MKB, you now do 1 million damage in the next fight. Great stuff. Bro Strike comes in onto the side. They have found the Witch Doctor, who is a free kill if they can find it. Although, here comes the Death Ward. Hey, he used it. Sand King's dead. That's the first kill they've gotten in a while, but they will lose their Underlord.
The Taxi Man's dead.
So you've just lost 2 different auras from your Underlord at this point. Cat's getting run down by Nando. He'll probably die. And he does get chased down by Nando with the Pulse Nova. Now they've found Xing, on the Witch Doctor, who's almost certainly dead this time around. As the Pulse Nova continues to take him down. Double kill for the Leshrac up to level 20 now. He's got level 3, doing plenty of damage. Key's going to have to do this pretty much on his own. They will finally get Uwe. Oh, my God. Are you kidding?
Very nice.
That would have been a huge kill if they can get it. They used a lot there for Exit Wounds. They only get the kill onto the Sand King. They don't even get the kill onto Uwe, who just denies himself with a Mystic Coil. So, Mystic Coil.
All right, so 2 buybacks from Exit Wounds, right? And Carl TP's out in front of 2 heroes and lives, so he doesn't give up that huge gold bounty. And then Abaddon denies himself. This is terrible. Roshan's going to respawn within a minute. They don't know that, of course, but it is going to be up very soon. It's an early spawn.
Yep. You know,
just more bad news for Exit Medusa.
Even worse news. The Lifestealer gets the double damage stolen right from underneath him by Grims. Man. It's just like kicking somebody while they're down, essentially.
Yep.
He does finally get the Basher, but I think Lifestealer has bigger problems than locking down the Medusa at this point in the game. Although that is a big problem, to be fair. You know,
Well, it's a step in the right direction, right? Getting their lockdown under control. They need to be able to lock these heroes down without them getting Chen sent back and getting the Yules off, or I guess now Sanking has a 4-staff, so it's even more difficult. The game just looks super hard.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that exact thing. At least last game, Rex, when we saw the lineup that Execration had, we thought, okay, Golem into Monkey King ult into whatever else they had. That's enough to win a team fight. And they did win a team fight here or there with those particular abilities. They don't have that big game-changing ultimate to do that in this game. You know, they're not hitting very hard, so I actually have no idea. Like, last game, I knew how they could win fights. This game, I have no idea how they win fights, to be honest.
Yep, I just don't see it yet. The level of farm isn't there. Medusa is one of these heroes that if you don't have some extremely high amount of damage, a spell or ability, or even just mana burn, you can't deal with her.
Alright, well, they're going to pop Epi, it looks like, and here we go. Nando pops the BKB. SPP's going to try to get out. He actually probably will. Alright, never mind. Oh, he did get out. Alright, I spoke to
Taxi Man's gone.
Kumi,
Oh, no,
yeah, they left Kumi, though, so
that's
the Viper dead with no buyback. He's dead for 80 seconds. Now you can just push up high ground with Edict and the Chen creeps, or go Roche, whichever you choose
it's
to
Roche
do.
time. Alright, Mont, so a passenger was left out of the taxi cab, and now Zing's just laughing at him.
His Zuber rating is going to go down to 1 star now.
That's a passenger rating fault there.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Somebody's at fault here. Well, Rex, I mean, to be honest, I think the game's over. I don't want to sugarcoat it. It seems pretty over at this point.
Yep, Roshan is like the next step down the checklist to secure this game and to be able to walk up to the high ground without being scared of anything.
I mean, Execration are about to go undefeated in a round-robin group stage against like 8 different teams. And I know that, you know, Execration obviously is far and away better than most of these teams in this group. And obviously they have one more series left still, I think. But, well, actually, do they? They might not. But they've played out of their minds one way or the other. That's all you need to know, Brax.
Yes.
Yes. Indeed.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Do they have another series to play? Nope. This is their last series because their next series would have been against Water. And,
okay.
And remember Water. They don't exist anymore. Well, they do exist, just not in this tournament.
Oh, no. Where'd they go?
I guess back to Australia scrims and pubs because their internet was dog shit for like 2 weeks. I hope that's not like offending anybody. It's the truth, to be fair. Australian internet, if only it was better. I'm sorry, Aussies. I feel bad for you boys. Trust me. I don't know what I'm going on about, Brax, to be honest.
Yep, and I'm not going to save you. I'm letting you go down this deep, dark shithole, and I'm watching.
You've really given up on me today. I feel like you've screwed me over numerous times. I thought we were a team, Brax, but what happened to yesterday? We were so in sync with each other.
What happened? Mott, look what Carl got. He got the +7 split shot talent. He wants to split those shots 7 ways.
I guess so. Does it really matter at this point, to be fair?
No, probably not.
No, I don't think so.
It still is good, right? You hit multiple targets.
They're kind of getting kited anyway without it. I suppose that's probably the thought process, you know? Like, we don't need the Scotty modifier on everybody else or the life steal. They do have a halberd. He doesn't have a BKB. That's one way to stop him from doing damage, but it doesn't... You know, the unfortunate thing is that halberd doesn't last for a year and a half. Otherwise, it would actually be doable.
Yep. There's the death ward, but it's not doing any damage.
Literally doing no damage. He just runs at Xing. Xing's out of mana. Xing gets killed. Yeah. That's just the way this game is going. He's so tanky. He is so unbelievably tanky. They have used Hand of God. They have, obviously, Miscoil available, too, so they can just keep Miscoiling him. He's finally getting low on mana, though, although he's going to get some back with the Mystic Snake. Mystic Snake. But Keat can't even walk up. Night Stalker's dead. Carl gets double or a mega kill spree. Nando's running in at this point. He's a little low, but he does have a cheese. He's going to use it here. Yes, he will. Carl will continue to just hit the buildings. He still has Aegis for a long time. They burrow strike onto the Viper. He's dead now. 2 dead. Key will try his last gasp here, trying to bring down Drims. They do get off a nice Pit of Malice, and he will secure that kill at least, but that will only save him for a moment or 2 longer. Nando getting low. He has no BKB. He's actually taking a lot of damage from the Firestorm, but he's going to try to turn into SVP instead. Here comes the Medusa ult, and they're going to overrun everybody in this game right now. Lifestealer trying to TP back in, but SVP's already dead at this point. Key's going to open wounds and try to man fight against the Deuce, but little to no damage done at all, and he's just trying to run around, but he's going to get kited in the process as they're hitting the building. That is GG called. And Execration in both games off to a pretty slow start, but it doesn't matter because this is a very skilled team, and they show it from about minute 10 to however long each game took, in this case 35 minutes. And Rax, there was just nothing Exit Woundz could do. The draft just was not conducive to fighting against a Medusa, to be honest.
Yep, and they didn't actually even see Medusa for the first 20 minutes, right? She had so much space to work with, just off-map farming the entire time. They actually never ganked Medusa.
Yep.
Like, outside. She died once in lane, and then after that, she never died again.
God, that's got to be the... If you like hitting creeps, which I do personally, that's one of the greatest games you could play. You're just sitting in your own jungle, and then you TP up top. You smoke top to fight one hero. You kill the lifestealer, and then you just immediately TP back bottom into your own jungle. You just continue to farm. It's probably the best thing ever if you actually enjoy hitting creeps. It's probably pretty boring for somebody like Carl, though, who really enjoys running around, fighting, and just being involved in the game, I would say. But
yep, this man's a killer.
He certainly is. 766 GPM, Brax. But the story, of course, Execration, just overall good team play. More importantly, I would say that I think Exit Woundz, the draft, I think from the get-go was pretty rough for them, in my opinion.
Yep, it was kind of a ticking time bomb, right? They could deal with this push because they were actually fighting and winning these fights while Medusa was farming, but eventually you're just going to get to the stage where they have map control, they take Roshan, and Medusa walks up to your high ground, and you just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, she's hit that win condition. You have not enough damage to kill this hero. She hasn't ages, so she's going to sit there and hit your tower, and you have to respond, and when you do, you're going to lose anyways.
You know, they had that one good Roche fight for Exit Woundz, but it was only because they were all clumped around the Roche pit. They couldn't get out of the Roche pit. They didn't need that disable or that catch, you know, that they needed for the rest of the game in order to win that fight because they had the Pit of Malice there. For Exit Woundz, I would suggest maybe picking something like if they had Grims, or if they had the Sand King, rather, maybe this game is a lot easier for them, or at least a little easier. I don't know. It's hard to say, Brax. It's hard to say what would have won them this game, to be honest.
Yep, I agree.
Well, anyway, that's going to do it for this series. We do have one more today. It is going to be Aggressive Slayers versus Evos. Evos had a really sick series yesterday against Team No Throne. Aggressive Slayers, another team vying for that last spot here in Group B. Currently, Team No Throne and Water are probably out. In fact, I think actually there's a very good chance that both Aggressive Slayer and Exit Woundz are going to make it through to the playoffs, even though they're not having the best tournament so far.